I present to you the class of 2015. Please be seated. Good morning. I am Portia Connor, and I have the pleasure of being the Early College of Forsyth College Liaison, and I want to welcome everyone to our 2015 commencement. Over the last 2 years or so, I have gotten to know the senior class quite well. I can honestly say knowing this group of students has been a joy, and they are leaving me with many happy memories. I have been impressed with their drive and determination. We've laughed together, we've been frustrated together over the last year. But class of 2015, you made it. Today is your day, and I'm so proud of you. Celebrate, enjoy, because this is your success and your achievement. There's no doubt in my mind that you're going to go and achieve greatness in the directions you choose to go. So I will leave you with this Dr. Seuss quote from Oh, the Places You'll Go. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the one who will decide where to go. Again, congratulations to the Early College of Forsyth, class of 2015.
Can you please stand for the singing of the national anthem performed by seniors Patrice Duhigg and Mandy Hill?
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
You may be seated. I would like to now introduce a welcome to Forsyth Tech Community College, and giving that welcome will be Dr. Weinbarger, Vice President of Instruction.
Graduating students, platform guests, faculty, family, and friends. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be here this evening to congratulate our early college students on achieving this milestone in their careers. As the Chief Academic Officer for the college, I'm especially proud of the accomplishments of our students. Completing the requirements for the high school diploma and working toward the associate's degree at the same time is a very difficult task, and one that requires dedication and hard work. I also want to recognize the family members and our faculty for their work and support of our students. Without your support, today's celebration would not be possible. On behalf of our faculty, college administration, and our Board of Trustees, I commend our graduating students, and I look forward to seeing you tonight when you receive your associate's degree. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce Elizabeth Motzinger from the Winston-Salem Forsyth County School Board.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Board of Education, I welcome you. This is the time of year where I think about you so much, because you're the reason we exist, is so that you can indeed do the wonderful thing you've done and graduate high school. And so as my kind of send-off to you, there was a poem I wanted to read to you. And what I want to say before I read this poem is that it's going to seem very odd to some people. Why did I pick a poem about death to a group of graduating seniors? And it's because I want you to not only go live the life you're going to live of going to college and taking professional jobs and being members of your community, I want to remind you that there is one wild and precious life that is only yours to live. And please make sure, whatever you do, that you live that life. So here's the poem from Mary Oliver, and it's called When Death Comes. When death comes like the hungry bear in autumn, when death comes and takes all the bright coins from his purse to buy me and snaps the purse shut, when death comes like the measles pox, when death comes like an iceberg between the shoulder blades, I want to step through the door full of curiosity, wondering, what is it going to be like, that cottage of darkness? And therefore, I look upon everything as a brotherhood and a sisterhood. And I look upon time as no more than an idea. And I consider eternity as another possibility. And I think of each life as a flower, as common as a field daisy and as singular. And each name a comfortable music in the mouth, tending, as all music does, towards silence. And each body a lion of courage and something precious to the earth. When it's over, I want to say, all my life I was a bride married to amazement. I was the bridegroom taking the world into my arms. When it's over, I don't want to wonder if I have made of my life something particular and real. I don't want to find myself sighing and frightened or full of argument. I don't want to end up simply having visited the world. We are all eager and waiting to see what magic you make of the one white life that's yours. Thank you.
I'd like to take this moment to have our recognition of special guests. For our platform guests, Dr. Beverly Emery, Superintendent of Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. Carol Montague Davis, Assistant Superintendent of Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. Dr. Green, President of Forsyth Technical Community College. And if I could, do I have any elected officials, if they could please stand? If I have any Board of Trustees members for Forsyth Tech? And if I could have Forsyth Tech administrators please stand? And also if I have any Forsyth Tech instructors. I always also like to recognize, do we have any early college alumni in the crowd? And then I have one other special recognition. Dr. Susan Phelps, Dean of Educational Partnerships, if you could please come up here for a moment. I would just like to take a moment to present Dr. Phelps with a token of appreciation for all of her hard work and dedication to the early college. Without her, all of this would not be possible. She will be retiring at the end of this year, so this will be the end of her working career with us, but she's going to volunteer a lot. Thank you. We will now have your class of 2015 senior class president, Emilio Castro.
Good afternoon. I cannot express in words how proud I am to be standing up here speaking. I stand up here and proudly say that we have all survived early college. I remember our first day of school freshman year very fondly. I remember I was so worried high school was going to be like middle school, and I knew my first impression had to be a good one. I was one of the first students to show up to Miss Weevil's geometry class, and I remember Mary Ann was the first person to say something. She asked a few of us in the room if we were as nervous as she was about the first day, and from then I could tell that she wasn't going to be a shy person. But my first day was the exact opposite of what I expected. I made so many new friends and had lots of laughs. The sense of family I felt from our grade, but all the other ones as well that day, was overwhelming and has never left me. Over the past 4 years, I've done many cool things, and we've all performed miracles, like writing a 12-page paper the night before, or pulling all-nighters on a big test and somehow still getting an A. It has been quite the 4 years, and I'm not really sure how to describe them. In these past 4 years, a lot has happened. All those experiences has helped us grow. Everyone says how fast high school goes by. They all say, you don't really realize how fast it goes. But I don't know about you guys, but these past 4 years have been some of the longest years of my life. But I really can't say that's a bad thing. I'm happy that these past 4 years have gone by slowly because I kind of never want them to end. I don't want to move on because it's scary. Out there it's big kid stuff, and that's never any fun. I'd much rather be here and kind of like Peter Pan, stay young forever and use pixie dust and fly everywhere. But although nothing can really prepare us for the outside world, I believe that early college has prepared us more than any school could. Some days, though, I certainly don't show it. I'm eternally grateful to this school for giving me an invaluable education, a home that I never expected, friends that I will never forget, and preparation for a world full of surprises. Because early college, its outstanding educators and incredible principal, I know how to handle the craziness that out there that awaits us. I've met some amazing people these past 4 years. I didn't think I was going to do this. I thought I was going to be able to handle it. The kind of people who are a real privilege to know, and I've also gained some really amazing buds. It's a marvel how fast we've all grown up from kids as freshmen to adults as seniors. And every time I get asked about early college, I get asked how I like it, and I say I love it. But the difference between the first time I said it and now is that I truly mean it. So many students from other high schools talk about how we missed out on a traditional high school experience. And they're not wrong. We do miss out on a traditional high school experience. But early college isn't a traditional high school experience. It's so much more. It's exceptional. Our Ravensnomp trip and Scarowinds trips are better than average field trips. We do more than just enjoy the activities or rides. They give us essential bonding opportunities and have laid foundations for amazing friendships to flourish. And seeing how competitive most of us are, it's probably a good thing that the Olympics is the only sports we have. But the most important part of the early college experience is the friends. But even more than the friends is the family. How many students can say that some of their teachers are their best friends the way we can? Who knows their instructors and staff the way we know ours? They all go above and beyond the call of duty, and most of them have become my greatest friends, who I will never forget and always want to keep contact with. And even though some of us might not realize it, all of us are more than friends. We're a family. As Vin Diesel's character, Dominic Toretto, says in Furious 7, I ain't got friends, I've got family. We've had the privilege of going to a high school with 49 students in our class, which just allowed us to get to know each other really well, rather than if our class size was 500 students. We all know things about each other that will hold with us, that keeps our friendship strong, so that even when time passes, whenever we see each other, it'll seem as if not even a single day has passed. We all know things like Daedalin is an awesome dancer. It's undeniable. Ryan has about the biggest pecs most of us have seen. Stephanie is super resourceful, whether it's staples, pencils, glue, paper clips. If you could think it, she has it in her pencil pouch. Luke can build computers. Nick can read a book in a day. I don't know how he does it. Jaime and Katie, they draw the most amazing things. Jorge taught himself how to play the piano. Bracy and Jessica, they're like musically masterful. Mandy and Patrice, they could sing beautifully, and these are just the things that come off the top of my head. But the list goes on and on. And these are things that we would have never been able to know about each other if we weren't all as close as we were. If I had a time machine to go back and make this decision whether to do this all again or not, I would do this every single time. I don't know how I'm going to function without the craziness of early college. There's a certain quote that I really like, and it comes from the one and only Incredible Hulk. It says, they can call you whatever they want. Savior, destroyer, all that matters is what you choose. And this quote deals with you, choosing who you are. And I think this quote goes well with our class, because I believe that most of us have a pretty good idea of who we are and what we want to do. We are artists, inventors, creators, helpers, scholars, survivors. We're miracle workers. We are the early college of Forsyth graduating class of 2015. At the end of each graduation speech, the speakers always said something about their class being the best ECF class to graduate. Well, I wanted to break that tradition and say today that we're not the best ECF class to graduate and be modest, but who am I kidding? We are the best class to graduate. We completed the school back in freshman year, and now we're spreading our awesomeness to colleges and universities all over America. Words cannot describe the pleasure it has been to go through high school with you. And I will miss you all so very, very much in the fall. Thank you. Kind of wish there was a mic to drop.
We'll now have Paul One Savage, Senior Class Advisor, to introduce our keynote speaker.
So I really don't know how I'm going to follow that one. So our keynote speaker is a well-known member of the ECF family. Ms. Adams graduated from North Carolina State University summa cum laude in 2011 with a BS in mathematics and a BS in mathematics education. She began teaching at the Early College of Forsyth in the fall of 2011 and won the Teacher of Promise Award that same year. In 2012, Ms. Adams was selected as the Early College of Forsyth Teacher of the Year. Much to the dismay of the faculty and students, Ms. Adams decided to go to graduate school full-time at the end of last year. She is currently working on her master's degree in accounting at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro and is scheduled to graduate this December. When she graduates, she will be a licensed, certified public accountant and plans to work for the accounting firm Smith Leonard, where she is currently an intern. It brings me great pleasure to introduce my good friend and former Early College of Forsyth math teacher, Ms. Kristen Adams.
Thank you, Mr. Juan Savage, for that wonderful introduction, and also for making me follow Emilio, everybody's favorite. But I'm very excited to be back here with my ECF family, and I'm very honored with the opportunity to speak to you all today. This group has always been very special to me. Now that I'm not teaching anymore, it's safe to admit that you've always been my favorite. But I think you knew that. We began our journey at ECF together 4 years ago. It was my first day in the classroom and your first day of high school. We were both new to this crazy family that we call ECF, and we're still trying to find our footing in a new environment. Since then, we've shared our first trip to Raven Knob, braved a few crazy nights at Scarowinds, rallied together at the ECF Olympics, and danced the night away at prom. I'd also be remiss if I didn't mention the fun times we shared in the classroom, graphing linear equations, solving logarithms, and of course, everyone's favorite, memorizing the unit circle. And who could forget all the extra crazy videos you guys made about the quadratic formula? I've had the privilege of seeing you all grow intellectually as your teacher, but I must say getting to know you and seeing you mature outside of the classroom has been even more rewarding. This group of students is also very unique. As our fourth cohort, you made the ECF family complete. For the first time, we had a full house, complete with grades 9 through 12. And I know from a very reliable source that all the upperclassmen were very excited to have you all. From the moment you walked through the doors, you have been one of the most active groups we've ever had. You've gone from being the babies of ECF to the leaders of the pack. This group dominates each and every extracurricular activity at ECF. As I look out at you all right now, I see exceptional poets, stars of the annual drama club production, yearbook editors, youth and government legislators, and science Olympiad champions. You guys have always been the first to lend a helping hand to us teachers, volunteer to help with events, and to keep us going with your never-ending energy and charisma. So today, we celebrate these last 4 years of hard work, dedication, and the good times we spent together as a family. Today is also a day that many of you will turn your attention to the future and the exciting changes that lie ahead. So as your teacher, I want to leave you with one last lesson. The path that you take when you leave ECF will impact your life forever. The rest of your life will depend upon the choices you are about to make. As Professor Dumbledore so wisely informed Harry Potter, it is our choices that show who we are far more than our abilities. Some of the choices you've made over the past 4 years have undoubtedly been better than others. Inevitably, your family, your friends, teachers, or your peers have influenced many of those decisions. However, you're about to make the choices that are entirely your own. Pretty soon, most of you will be moving away from home for the first time, having to make new friends and finding new independence. Others will be starting new careers, meeting new challenges, or proudly serving our country. I won't lie to you, the world outside of ECF can be scary and formidable. You will be faced with tough decisions that will make it seem as if you have the world on your shoulders. While the challenges you face may not be quite as daunting as the task set before Harry Potter or your literary heroes, they will nevertheless require bravery, courage, and strength to do what is right and what is best for you. Whether good or bad, your character and integrity will be reflected in those choices. Learning what to choose and how to choose may be the most important education that you ever receive. The fact that you will make choices that you regret is unavoidable, and that's okay. Use those opportunities to learn and become better, just as you have these past 4 years. Many of you think that you have your entire life planned out, and you just may. You'll find yourself in 25 years exactly where you always knew you would be. That's the way I was when I was in your shoes. Now look at me. I'm here 8 years later, back in school, and my life is totally different than I ever thought it would be. But you know what? It's so much better than I could have ever imagined. For those of you who may stumble and find that your plans were not as accurate as you thought they once were, it's okay. Life is unpredictable, and as much as we want to, we can't control every aspect of it, though I wish we could. Just know that when the tide gets high and you feel as if you're drowning, you just have to hold your breath and take it slow. You might get wet and you might get thrown, but I promise that you always resurface out of the ocean on your own. I know it is hard to leave. Believe me, I do. The hardest part about leaving was you guys sitting right here. But even if I'd stayed just one more year, I knew that this day would come and you all would be leaving me instead. So just know that it is not goodbye, but merely a see you later. I found that we will always have our ECF family here behind us every step of the way. I'm so very proud of each and every one of you and wish you all the best wherever your choices in life may take you.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce a special young lady who is our 2015 Valedictorian, Marianne Crusack.
Honored guests, parents, family, friends, faculty, good afternoon and congratulations to the graduating class of 2015. First, I would like to thank you all for coming out this afternoon. I think it is safe to say that I speak on behalf of the whole graduating class of 2015 and thank you all for your efforts to get us here. It is an absolute honor and privilege to be standing before you this afternoon as ECF's valedictorian for the class of 2015, a position that I, 4 years ago, would have never dreamed of. I would like to start my speech with an anecdote. A long time ago, back in good old 8th grade, I thought I was going to be attending a traditional high school. West, Reynolds, Parkland, I can't really remember what I decided back then. But one faithful morning, my dad told me in his, "I'm telling you about this, but I really want you to do it" voice, about a new program that our family friend's son was in. And he wanted me to do it, and there was no getting out. I'm sure that many of you were in the same position I was, our parents encouraging us to take a different path and attend a new, small, non-traditional high school called the Early College of Forsyth. All of the experiences at ECF have been unique and certainly life-changing, whether we realize it or not. I kind of regret saying this, but I guess our parents were right. It seems like an insurmountable task. After all the memories, experiences, and classes we've shared, you get a strange feeling on the inside when you realize that you will no longer be able to see your closest friends every day, and that this is the last time that the class of 2015 will ever be together. unless you come out to the Olympics, which I sincerely hope you do, so we can crush those other teams. Right, seniors? Yeah, woo, all right. But in all honesty, I look at you all and I realize that after today and tomorrow, I may no longer see many of you, a very painful thought that has recently hit me, and a few months from now, when you start to get sad all of a sudden, it finally hit you too. You're just a few moments too late. On the other hand, I am also filled with anticipation because I have no doubt, I repeat, no doubt in my mind that every single one of you, I repeat again, each and every one of you sitting before me today has the potential to succeed and make a difference in life. All of you have already have one success in your pocket, graduating from high school. And many of you will have a few more, getting 1 or 2 associate's degrees tonight. What we all have accomplished within the last 4 years is certainly no easy feat, so don't ever sell yourself short and think that you're not capable of success. I'm a bit of a quote junkie, so I had to include at least one quote here. Most of the important things in this world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. I know that during our time at ECF, at least one of us wanted to give up. This one person I'm talking about in particular took on more than they could handle and was so close to giving up at many times, but because of her friends, shout out to Stephanie, Jada, and Patrice for being great friends and sharing their food with me and everyone else who's helped along the way. Teachers, thank you to Mr. Green, Ms. Daniels, Mrs. Adams, Mr. Juan Savage, and the rest of the ECF teacher population of 9. Faculty, thank you, Mr. Felder, for not getting annoyed with me after visiting your office to mail transcripts and scores to over 20 schools. Ms. Rice for being awesome and being able to tell Maria and I apart. Ms. Connor for giving great advice and letting me take over her office. Dr. Phelps and other Forsyth Tech faculty for making this school possible, and Mrs. Cook for being the best principal ever. Can we give it to Ms. Cook, guys? All right. And lastly, my family and God, because without them, I would not be the person I am today and would not have achieved what I have, nor have the confidence to speak to you all this wonderful afternoon. Because of everyone that I mentioned, I did not give up, and I'm positive that many of you would like to thank many of the same people for encouraging you not to give up as well. So can we just take a few moments to thank them for everything they've done also? All right. I would like to conclude my speech with a cliche quote from Robert Frost. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the road less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I encourage you, the class of 2015, to not only follow the opportunities available to you, but to also follow your heart and pursue a cause you are passionate about. Instead of following the path of past generations and graduating classes, I challenge you all to make your own path. The risks are always present, but the battle always makes the win so much sweeter. For me, it is neither about the money nor the notoriety of a position, but instead whether I can make a difference and love what I do. And before I leave this stage, it would be a shame if I missed the opportunity to commemorate this once-in-a-lifetime special moment without taking a selfie without you all, or with you all, I'm sorry. Give me a moment. Okay, let's see if I can fit everyone in here. All right, everybody cheese! All right, I wish you all good luck in whatever decisions you choose, and I thank you all for making my early college at Forsyth experience a memorable one. Farewell and good luck, class of 2015.
We will now have the presentation of diplomas for the class of 2015, presented by ECF staff members Nancy Juan Savage, James Green, and Karen Weevil.
Susan Aguilar Sagastume. Shivani Amin. Peyton Lee Earhart. Saul Juarez Armengol. Jada Shalom Baker. Haley Elizabeth Brothers. Michael Nelson Carpenter. Emilio Charlie Castro. Marianne Yvonne Cristobal Cruzat. Lorenzo Anthony Davila. Luke Ryan Duffer. Patrice D.R. Lampawu Duhig. Harrison James Esterly. Ian James Grace. Jessica Janelle Green. Vanessa Guzman Gaitan.
Dylan Jacob Haynes. Mandy Victoria Hill. Alexis Montreal Rashawn Howell. Blair Elizabeth Huff. Donovan Wayne Hutchins. Peyton Thomas Bud 2 Kimball. William Michael Lawson. Taylor Elizabeth Lee. Thomas Allen Leonard. Stuart Mayon Marsh. Deja Monique Marshall. Bracy Cornelius Martin, Jr. Stephanie Elizabeth Martin. Mary Kate Elizabeth Morgan. Samantha Rose Neighbor. Lana Lee O'Boyle.
Michaela Noel O'Neill. Andrea Nicole Posmelgar. Carrie Dalen Pay. Jaime Raul Perez, Jr. John Jordan Pinter. Christopher Aaron Piper. John Kelsey Puckett. Nicholas Sterling Reinecke. Jorge Armando Salas. Sage Sullivan Schweikert. Ethan Alexander Smith. Ashley Ann Thompson. Hoan Ziana Tong. Catherine Victoria Webb. Ryan Rai Keith Willis. Princess Malika Raquella Wingate. Trisha Ann Zimmer. I'd like to confirm the degree. Upon the recommendation of the administration, faculty, and staff of the Early College of Forsyth, and by the power vested by the Winston-Salem Forsyth County School Board of Education, I confer upon your high school diploma with all of the rights, responsibilities, and honors. Congratulations, class of 2015. We'll now have Emilio Castro, president of the class of 2015, with the recognition and tassel ceremony.
And now, graduates, please rise. When I say now, it will be time to turn your tassel from your right side to your left side. If you ever forget which side your tassel goes on, just remember that you wear it on your left side, over your heart, to always remember ECF. Now.